Hello students, in my last video of this chapter 9, the financial management, I had completed the last topic, that is working capital and factors affecting to it. We also had a bird's eye view of this chapter. Now in this video I'll be explaining two case studies which are according to me are relevant for any student to know that in a case study how to go about solving it, because now as you know that in the new paper style, out of 80 marks, say 46% or 36 marks are kept aside only for testing a student's analysis, evaluation and creativity skills. So mostly case studies or case study type questions you can expect for this typologies of questions. So let us solve a case study here. Here one case study is given. Now assume that you do not know from which chapter is the case is, because when you are reading the question paper, when you are having or say going through a question paper at a glance, you do not know generally that which question belongs to which chapter. So for any case study, it is essential for a student to read a question first, so that while reading the case he or she can think in a particular direction. So before you start to solve or start to read any question, you must read the questions given at the end of case study, so that you can come to know that this case study belongs to this chapter only, and you can start recollecting or relating the concepts given in that chapter. And one more thing, that before you start to solve the case, at the end of your syllabus, not right now because still we have not completed the syllabus, you must solve last at least 5 to 6 years question papers, at least one of the sets, right? Not if not possible for you to solve all the 3 to 4 sets, then you should always solve at least one paper of last 5 to 6 years. So in total 6 papers of last years you must solve to get the proper neck on the case study. And also you must be thorough with all the concepts taught in that particular NCERT chapter. So here let us start with the question. The question is, identify and explain the concept of financial management as advised by Mr. Seth in above situation. So now it is clear that this question or this case belongs to the second part of the business studies book and chapter 9 financial management. So now we can think only in that chapter's direction. The second question is, state the 4 factors affecting the concept as identified in part A above, which have been discussed between Mr. Shah and Mr. Seth. So this second question depends on the first question. So let us start reading the case studies now, keeping in mind the concepts of chapter 9 financial management. I am reading the case because it might seem a little blur to you. A business that does not grow dies, says Mr. Shah, the owner of Shah Marble Limited, with glorious 36 months of its grand success, having a capital base of rupees 80 crores. Within a short span of time, the company could generate cash flow which not only covered fixed cash payment obligations but also create sufficient buffer. So from these 4 lines we can say that the company has enough capacity to take further debt, because it is clearly written that they have enough cash to cover their fixed payment obligations, and they have some buffer cash also. It means they have some reserves of cash also. Reading ahead, the company is on the growth path and a new breed of consumers is eager to buy the Italian marble sold by Shah Marble Limited. To meet the increasing demand, Mr. Shah decided to expand his business by acquiring a mine. This required an investment of rupees 120 crores. To seek advice in this matter, he called his financial advisor Mr. Seth. So now we can understand it that in the second question, when we are asked to write about conversation happening between Mr. Shah and Seth. So till here the background of the case is given that they want to invest rupees 120 crores in acquiring a mine because their business is growing and also they have cash backup with them. So now Mr. Seth is this firm's financial advisor. Let us see what he advises. So Mr. Seth, who advised him about the judicious mix of equity 40% and debt 60%. Mr. Seth also suggested him to take loan from a financial institution as the cost of raising funds from financial institution is low. So here Mr. Seth is advising to go for debt financing, right? Now till now the question may look like an investing decision, right? Because they want to invest rupees 120 crores into a mine business or acquiring a mine. But since Mr. Seth is advocating about mixture of capital structure, say mixture of debt and equity, and also is advising to raise the finance from debt sources. So we can have the hint that this question not only discusses about the investment decision, but mostly it is focusing on the capital structure decision. Though this will increase the financial risk, but will also raise the return to equity shareholders. So here they are talking about trade on equity, because mostly the profit generated by using the debt finance would be paid to the equity shareholders in form of dividend, that is trade on equity. He also apprised him that issue of debt will not dilute the control of equity shareholders. At the same time, the interest on loan is a tax deductible expense for computation of tax liability. This we had seen in EBIT, EPS analysis, wherein the interest part is tax deductible, and so we have to pay less amount of taxation if we are having interest or any debt component in our capital structure. After due deliberations with Mr. Seth, Mr. Shah decided to raise funds from a financial institution. Right? So, here the conclusion is that they are deciding on capital structure, and also they wish to, or they have finalized to take the help of debt sources for raising 120 crores. Now the first question is, identify and explain the concept of financial management as advised by Mr. Seth in the above situation. Now here many students can make a mistake of writing investment decision. But investment decision is something not advised by the financial advisor Mr. Seth. It was just given as a background of the case. While what Mr. Seth explains or advises to the firm is to have the judicious mixture of debt and equity. So that is clear indicator of capital structure. So here the first answer that you can write in detail also, because this question is asked for 5 marks in 2017 by CBSE board. So in concept, the first answer would be the concept of financial management as advised by Mr. Seth is capital structure, and then you can write something about it, because here 2 questions are asked and 5 marks are given. So how the marks are divided? See, the second question, I'll explain how the marks are divided. The second question, state the 4 factors affecting the concept as identified in part A above, which have been discussed between Mr. Shah and Mr. Seth. So here 4 points are asked. So obviously 4 marks for this plus 1 mark for the first question. So please do not go on writing much in the first point, as from the second question it is clear that 4 marks out of 5 is for second question, and so for the first question only 1 mark is given. So please write only about or 1 mark content only, which may not go beyond 4 to 5 lines in a case study's answer. The best thing about the case study is there is no definite answer for it, and that is somehow the worst thing also, because you must justify why are you writing the answer, and that must also go with the guideline of your examiner. And now, as we have identified the concept capital structure in the first question, obviously the answer of the second question would be factors affecting the concept. Now you can write down out of all the factors affecting given any 4 with the proper content. Please do not make a mistake of writing only titles here. Say here they have given 5 concepts, 5 factors: cash flow position, flotation cost, risk consideration, tax rate, control, everything. But you just don't write the titles. At least write 1 or 2 lines about each to get the full marks. Whenever you are in doubt whether I should be writing the content, make sure that you do not take a chance by leaving by not writing the concept, not writing the content, and leaving it blank by just writing the titles. If you have a good writing speed and you can manage your time well, you should always give the content unless it is specified to write down the titles only. So this is all about this question. In my next video I will be explaining the second case.